distinguished representative of United Villages. You have the floor. His absence, so I'm going to give the floor to the Centre indépendant de recherche et de l'initiative pour le dialogue. You have the floor.
Monsieur le Vice-Président.
Thank you, Vice President. We pay tribute to the work of the group of experts. As member of the Diaspora responsible for the Geneva headquarters of my organization, we have presented this petition in partnership with international society and request your facilitation with the United Nations and African Union in order to include in the agenda of the next African Union Summit an item requiring the institutionalization of the sixth region of the African Union, namely the Diaspora. This could be done given the state of ratification of various instruments that recognize it. That would allow it to organize as an institutional community with democratic, representative, inclusive participation of all peoples of African descent in development of the Africa we want, including the Pan-African Parliament. The petition is aligned with the 2063 agenda of the African Union for the United States of Africa. It implements the International Decade. The challenge that we propose is in line with the UNESCO Programme for Education and World Citizenship. Particularly here we are speaking of Pan-African citizenship. That identity was snatched from Afro-descendants since the times of the slave trade. Several decades before Africans were deported, the community of Egyptians of the Balkans was removed from Egypt 3,000 years ago and is still living in organized communities recognized as Egyptian minorities in the Balkan states. They are part of the Pan-African diaspora. At the legal level, the sixth region could be governed by Resolution 6837, creating the decade, and by the Constitutive Act of the African Union, the protocol to it, on the Pan-African Parliament. We are now broadening our network of friends and partners and to call on your assistance to take this step with heads of states of Africa and the United Nations. Thank you.
I give the floor to the representative of the International Organization for the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. You have the floor.